We are back in the UK. It is freezing.
Heading into winter, it is so cold. It's wet, it's damp, but it's England.
So as much as we're missing the warm weather, and we really are missing the warm weather, we're going to get into the Christmas spirit and start looking forward to that.
So we are in the city of Ripon. We're going to explore this. Daisy's absolutely freezing, bless her. But to be honest, it's great to be back in England. It's great to be back doing van life in the UK. Let's do it. We've just spoken to a lovely couple who've mentioned something about some hornblowers or something that come out. So we're going to go see if we can find out a little bit more about that and maybe ask some local people what that is, because it sounds pretty cool. Beginning to feel a lot like Christmas, isn't it now?
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Everywhere we...
So this is such a cool city. It's got such a cool vibe. I think I came here years and years and years ago. This is really nice, isn't it?
It's a lovely little Christmas market, isn't it? It's really nice. It's getting me in the spirit.
Oh, Daisy's starting.
Daisy's getting in the spirit.
She's seen a dog.
Tiny little dog. I've got an attitude.
She does. She likes to stand up towards everybody, doesn't she?
You got an attitude with me? What we didn't do?
Say hello. She's very gentle. She just likes to bark at other dogs.
Do you?
Mine's little and loud as well.
She thinks she's bigger than she is, I think.
Mine's little and loud as well.
We've just had somebody tell us about some hornblowers thing here or something.
Yeah,
Would
9
anybody
o'clock.
mind telling us a bit about it?
I don't even know what it is.
I wouldn't want to tell you the wrong stuff. Blow the horn on every 4 corners.
Why do they do it?
It's just a tradition.
Thank you.
Oh, we're going to go.
See ya.
Oh, look at these. Oh, I like those heads. Oh, look at Christmas decorations. Oh, that's lovely, isn't it? Look at them. Oh, Daisy, look.
Oh, Daisy, look, there's some stuff for you.
It's just all stall for
Look.
doggies, look. Stall all for doggies.
She wants that one.
What have you seen? Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, that's
Daisy's
awesome.
for
We've got to
you.
get one of them, haven't we? Shall we get one of them?
Yeah, get one of them.
Oh, that is just perfect, isn't it? Look at
Let's have a
that.
look.
That was just perfect.
Daisy's treat.
That's absolutely gorgeous. Thank you very much. Oh, look at this, Daisy. Can be your little stocking for Christmas Eve. Yeah, it can be your little stocking. We can get you some treats
dog-
to go
more
in
dog
your little...
treats.
We can fill it up.
Hello.
We can fill up your new bag.
Oh, they've got little cherry
Look.
bakewells, look, bakewell tarts.
Look at that. Oh my goodness.
Shout out to
Oh,
Bamboo's
look at
Bakehouse.
this.
Take a picture as well. So
Yeah, of
I can
course,
tag
yeah.
you. Oh, you are so photogenic. Everything's dehydrated as well, so it'll last a good few months.
So I could put some of these away and for Christmas for her
Yeah,
then.
absolutely.
That's amazing,
Yeah.
isn't it? Right, Daisy, shall we pick some for you? You can have one today. Look, a little Christmas pudding. It's got a face. There. Here you go then. You break your bit. There you go. Is that nice? There's some hornblowers or something that's like to do with this thing here. We didn't know if you knew anything about it, no? Is that what? Why do they do it?
Just a tradition, I think. You know.
Is it?
We come out every now and again and blow it. Again, all dressed up and everything. And there's loads of...
It's fabulous that they keep them traditions going, isn't it? It's
Yeah, it's
just amazing.
great.
So it's actually proving quite difficult to find out about these hornblowers. Like I've asked about 5 people and all we know is that it's a tradition, but we're not really sure why it's a tradition or what times they do it, you know, so we're just going to have to keep asking until we find out.
Yeah, somebody's going to know.
Because I'm
that
really
or something.
intrigued now. I want to know why. Oh, macrame. I love macrame. Hiya.
Hello.
But somebody mentioned about these hornblowers, and I've got no idea what they're about, and I've asked about 5 people and everybody's just saying it's a tradition. So what is it about?
So the Hornblower tradition, as it's called, is a tradition that goes back, I think it's to 887, because in medieval times there were a lot of rogues and whatever around. They employed a watchman to come and set the watch.
Right.
Every day of the year. It including Christmas Day.
God blimey.
And this is a tradition that has gone on unbroken since 887.
And so do it every day, even Christmas Day? That always?
Yes, absolutely.
Wow.
Every day of the year. And the Hornblower, who comes out in a full uniform and a tricorn hat, they come out at 9 o'clock with a very traditional horn, and there's about 4 different horns, and the oldest one actually goes back to 887.
Oh my goodness.
Anymore because it's just too valuable. One actually on the top of the obelisk as well, if you look up there. And the way they set the watch is they blow the horn at each of the 4 corners of the obelisk.
Right.
And then when they've done all the 4 corners, to make sure that the watch has been set properly, they have to look across to the Tudor building on the corner.
Oh yeah.
The first mayor of Ripon was Sir Hugh Ripley in about 1604, I think. And the tradition is that in order to make sure that the watch has been set correctly, the hornblower, having blown all 4 corners, has to look across at the top window there. And if it stays empty, the watch has been set correctly. The ghost of Sir Hugh Ripley appears in the window. That means that the watch has not been set correctly. And that was a curfew. Once the watch was set, it was a curfew, and people couldn't come out after that.
So they still kind of do that now in order to sort of keep the city safe and
To keep it safe. The hornblower, once we've done that, they have to go and report to the mayor of Ripon to tell the mayor that the watch has been set. Whoever is the mayor of Ripon, we have a lamppost, an old sort of gas lamp from Victorian gas lamp. This lamp is moved around Ripon. It is planted outside the mayor's house. They will go to the mayor's home, knock on the door, the mayor will come to the door, they'll say, "Good evening, Mr. Mayor, just reporting to you that the watch has been set correctly," and the mayor will say, "Thank you, Hornblower, for letting me know." The mayor isn't at home at 9 o'clock, the mayor is at dinner somewhere. So the hornblower will always know where the mayor is, and will go to the hotel and will walk into the hotel in the middle of the dinner. Everything stops. The same ceremony in the hotel. Mayor stands up, hornblower reports that the watch has been set.
Oh,
really
thank you
interesting.
so much for telling us about that. Because I've just asked so many people and nobody sort of knew the ins and outs, and it's really nice to get to know, like when people talk to local people and they know about the traditions and stuff, and to really understand
Are you
it.
still here at 9 o'clock tonight?
Well, I think we need to
Yeah, I
stay
think
here at
we
9
can be,
o'clock tonight and see
we're
this
gonna need to
tonight.
see it.
Thank
Thanks a
you
lot,
so
guys.
much, thank you.
Cheers.
And look at the horn up there. God, it's high up, isn't it?
I've been back in the UK. It's a bit of a shock, like weather-wise, it's absolutely freezing for us. I mean, coming up to sort of northern France, it were cooling down anyway, but it is seriously cold here, and it's just, I mean, part of me is really missing Spain, missing the warm weather and stuff, and then the other part of me is like kind of glad to be back. It's very kind of autumny and wintry and stuff here, and so it's a little bit of like both mindsets really, kind of being back. I am missing Spain. I'm missing the roads. The roads in England are just appalling, really, to be honest. Like compared to Europe, they really do know how to take care of the roads, and here it's just like potholes. It feels like I'm on a roller coaster constantly. Every
time we kind of go away on a European travel, and obviously, as you know, it's been quite a long time since we've been able to do that because of COVID and everything, so this has been even more of a meaningful and kind of full experience because we haven't been away to Europe and for such a long time. But every time we go, I always feel like you come back with a little bit more clarity, a little bit more information than before you went, and it almost like feeds your soul, I think. Just because you're out on the road, you're in the warm weather, you're out and about constantly, there's always somewhere to go, something to do. You've always got those moments as well where you just get that peace and that time to reflect, sitting on a beach or whatever it might be. And I really kind of feel coming back this time that we need to change a bit of direction. Obviously, for you guys that have been watching us for a long time, you know that we've got this 10-year plan. We're a couple of years off getting to that end point. And we still need to carry on with that and push forward with it, which includes the boat and getting that up and going and everything else. But I still feel that we need to maybe have a look and do a little bit more reflecting. I want to be able to kind of get away to Europe more often. I feel it makes me a lot healthier. Them of you that watch us know, I don't have the best of health, and I'm much healthier when I'm away. So I think we're going to have to sit down and kind of have a little bit of a look at how we're going to be on the road a bit more often in terms of being in Europe. and how we can do that around the restrictions, obviously, because we've got the 90-day restrictions that you get and stuff. So there's a few things to look at with stuff like that. And I think I'm pleased to be back. I'm pleased, like looking forward to Christmas and stuff. And, you know, I just wanted to get out today and sort of really start feeling like I'm, you know, getting into Christmas spirit and stuff like that, so that I can feel excited about being back home in the UK again. But I am really missing that feeling of, like, you know, it being light on a night time and being able to go out and socialise and being able to just walk, you know, anywhere on the street and calling it a cafe or a bar. I've missed charity shops.
What you found?
Oh,
Santa Claus.
maybe we can get him in
Look at
van.
him.
Might be able to get one of elves in.
I love Santa Claus. He's like funny, isn't he?
Yeah, he's actually got a proper traditional outfit. A lot of them don't have that. That's nice to see the actual traditional proper outfits of them, not cheap versions.
So Ripon is a cathedral city in North Yorkshire. Apparently some of its buildings date back to the 7th century. 7th century, I don't think we've ever found a building as old as that.
No, I don't think we
7th
have.
century.
No.
So I don't know if we're going to kind of be able to see any examples of that or what. We're just kind of walking around exploring these little streets. There's a real kind of atmospheric feel to it. It's just so nice, this, like you can smell like chestnuts, chestnuts with like open fires burning and chestnuts. And I actually always thought Ripon were a town. Apparently it is a city. They don't really feel like a city, it's more like a big town.
The little alley here, shall we have a look down here?
Oh wow, yeah.
Lavender Alley. Oh, isn't that lovely?
Lavender Alley.
Oh, hang on, there's a thing, look.
Oh, it tells you a bit about it. We're going to get an history lesson here, guys. One of Emma's
Oh,
lessons.
it says that it were originally 180 metres long and 90 metres wide, and then in the centre there was like an old marketplace, but then there were a lot of dilapidated buildings. They had to knock them down and they redeveloped at either end of the alley, so this is all that's left of the original alley from 1215.
Whoa.
1215?
That's cool, isn't it?
Imagine living here, look. I love this, just like walking down somewhere, you don't know what you're going to find, you don't know where you're going to end up. I love just having a wander around.
The guy that were telling us about the Hornblowers earlier said that it's linked somehow. He described it, I can't really remember what it says without looking back at the footage, but he mentioned something about this cafe that's kind of related to this Hornblower thing. So we're going to go check out this cafe to see if it's open.
Oh, maybe there's a caramel latte.
Oh yes, let's bring back. Comment if you want the caramel latte story to come back. I have missed caramel lattes so much. If you watch back at the French vlogs and the Spanish vlogs, couldn't find a caramel latte ever. They don't exist over there.
Been deprived, haven't
Been
you,
deprived of caramel lattes. Let's go see if there's a caramel latte. What a fantastic little idea that was. Look at you go.
Very easily pleased he is.
If all else fails, there's a Costa coffee there. But that don't really count. Now it's beginning to feel like Christmas.
cancer
Look at this, there's
research.
Christmas trees lit up. So Emma's making a beeline for it. She's going to start running in a minute, I'm sure. This is nice, isn't it? If you haven't been to Ripon before, check out Ripon. Ah, we're going into a second-hand shop. I didn't know what were happening then. Not another one.
So apparently, the guy was telling us that when the hornblowers have done what they're meant to do with blowing the horns, and they need to set the time, the watch, they look across to the upstairs window here to see if the ghost is there. And if the window's empty, they've set their watch correctly. If the ghost is in the window, they've not set it correctly. So I'm hoping it's going to be open, we can go and have a brew.
Are we open? Alright, don't look very opening.
No, it doesn't, does it?
Alright, it's shut, look. What a shame. Why is everything we ever go to shut?
I know, I don't know what it is. It's not even like it's that late, is it? Museum and antique shop. Oh, I don't think it is actually a cafe then. Oh no, it is. Yeah, it is.
It's just a closed cafe. It's only like 3 o'clock and it's getting dark.
Let's just explore. Oh, it's dropping really cold
We're just
now.
going to have a little explore down here. It is dropping really cold, yeah. Oh, we're not used to this.
Gone from a bikini to a woolly hat and gloves.
I know. Oh, look at this. This is a cool shot.
Oh, look at that little doll's house.
Oh, literally can't feel my fingers, guys. Look at that dog in the window. How much is that doggy in the window? The one with the waggly tail. I'm going to try my best to find a caramel latte, because now you've said about caramel lattes, that's nice, isn't it? Kirkgate House. Now you've said about caramel lattes, I really want to find one.
Oh, look at the leather bags. There's just nothing that makes you feel quite as Christmassy as coming into a church or a cathedral. It just has this imposing feeling on you that's so calm and peaceful and serene and welcoming. It's like coming home. This that we're walking on now is apparently called the Serenity Walk. There's some, I don't really understand it all, but there's something to do with the church and you being able to get sanctuary. So there's like a law that allows people to get sanctuary for one night stay. So we might do that with Van.
Yeah,
but
in front of that.
This Serenity Walk is apparently like a 10-mile hike, which we won't be doing because it's way too cold and I can't walk that far. But we'll just have a little wander around and just see what there is, because it looks really peaceful and beautiful. And this is the thing about England that I do love, is that you get all the real kind of green trees and, you know, you get
the
all
autumn
beautiful
leaves.
Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very atmospheric.
You do miss that, don't you?
Oh yeah, definitely. You just don't get that in Spain or France. It's just not the same. It's beautiful in its own way, but it's not the same as this.
This looks like a little secret garden.
Oh yeah, look at this.
Oh, it's pretty.
You might notice in this vlog, we're just trying to slow it down a little bit for you, just so you can get more of a feel of kind of the place, I guess, and us exploring. So let us know in the comments if you're kind of liking this new style of sort of just keeping the camera rolling a little bit more, really. I'm hoping that it kind of gives you a feel of more of actually being here than actually watching it, don't we?
Yeah, we want you to come along with us,
Yeah.
you know, we want to take you along with us, and a lot of people comment on that. They feel like they've been a part of where we've been. So it's just kind of slowing it down a little bit, just so that you can enjoy it and come along with us and enjoy what we're doing, and really get a feel for somewhere so that you can want to come and visit as well. And that's why the whole reason why we do this is to sort of show you places and hopefully get people to get up and go out on a weekend and try somewhere new and do something new. You know, life's for living. There's so many places to explore. Even just in UK, there are thousands upon thousands of places to explore. You know, and even though I am really missing the warm weather, this is feeling quite Christmassy and quite nice as well.
This is nice, isn't it? A real kind of North Yorkshire feel. If you're familiar with kind of our other North Yorkshire vlogs, it'll kind of probably feel quite familiar to you. But to be fair, I think this is probably the best. It's very, just can't even describe it. It's peaceful. I'd like to live here. It's a place that, you know, you could sort of go, oh yeah, it's nice. It reminds me a little bit of York. It's almost like a mini York in a way, I guess, just not as busy. So if you like this sort of feel, this kind of atmospheric old buildings kind of feel to it, then North Yorkshire is definitely the place to visit.
Thank you very much, thank you. Right, so I've got some good news and some bad news. Good news is they've got lattes.
Yay.
The bad news is they haven't got caramel.
They haven't got caramel?
No.
They haven't got caramel, guys.
You could have pumpkin spice, but I didn't think you'd fancy that.
So what is it, just a latte?
So just latte. It will latte or mulled wine.
It's getting a 0, guys. It's getting a 0 because it's not got
yeah,
caramel.
there's no caramel, I'm afraid.
Wow.
Had a group of kids come up to us, young kids, really polite, really lovely kids. Like teenagers just come up and sort of say, oh, are you filming the news? And we're like, no, we're not filming the news. I must have, you know, a really posh look about me, you know, to film the news.
Like a news
reporter. So we're just telling him that we're doing his YouTube channel, and they've just sort of run off down the road and then come running back up saying, we found you. So hi guys, and thank you for subscribing to us.
You're probably wondering kind of what's next for us now that we're back in the UK. Daisy's going to start barking now. Look at her. Oh, it's all kicking off.
Calm down.
It's all kicking off. Daisy, no. Daisy, be gentle. She's embarrassing.
Oh, that's lovely, thank you.
Sugars and sweeteners at all?
Yes, please, thank you. Thank you very much.
Is little one allowed a little treat at all?
Daisy, you're getting a treat. The lady's going to bring you a treat.
If you're getting a treat, you have to be good though, no barking.
You have to be good.
What do we do?
Be gentle with this little doggy that's passing again.
Oh, he's
No.
lovely, look at him, he's lovely doggy. Oh, he's
Good
nice,
girl,
isn't he?
Daisy. We're trying to train
He's
her
a
not to
nice
bark.
doggy.
Good girl. You see, she's so clever. That's because she knows. Look at her. She's like, right, where's my treat? Where's my treat, Mum?
Oh, look at that,
Yeah, I'll chop it up for
Daisy.
her. Thank you so
Oh,
much.
that's lovely, thank you.
Oh,
Look
Daisy,
at that.
what's
What have you got? Look at the size of that, it's nearly as big as Daisy.
Oh, what's this? We managed to break it for you. Oh, yum. She don't like it after all that.
It's because she's had them posh ones
What to
on
carry on.
market.
Look at her. She's like, what else is there? As we were saying, you're probably wondering what's next for Romany Pirates now that we're back in the UK. So we're still waiting for the boat business licence. So if you don't know, if you're new to the channel, welcome to the absolute madness. But we own a canal boat as well, so that's currently out of the water. We're currently waiting for the business insurance to come back so we can get it back in the water. So it's a waiting game, guys. I know a lot of you have been commenting saying when's the boat episode's coming back, and it really is a waiting game. The boat's pretty much finished now.
But we have had the business proposal pre-approved, which is the major
that's
thing
a major
that we're
win.
waiting
That's
for.
a major relief, basically. So yes, we're going to carry on with the boat. As soon as that's done, it's on the water. We're going to start sailing along the canals. And other than that, just van life, exploring kind of the rest of the UK that we haven't seen. We've got a few exciting things coming up over Christmas, sort of Christmassy themed stuff. And yeah, I guess West Scotland we haven't done yet, South Wales we haven't done yet, London we haven't done yet. So there's all sorts of kind of places we want to explore, really. So if you're enjoying this content, please subscribe. It really does help the channel out more than you think, and it's free, and we all love a freebie. Right guys, we are gonna score this latte without caramel. I don't usually score lattes without caramel in them.
That is nice, but it's not caramel.
Let me try. Here we go. To be fair, you've got a point, she's got a point, guys, there. It's not a caramel latte, so I'm not going to score it as I normally would score caramel lattes, but as a latte goes, that's all right. It's warming my hands up, it's nice enough. So we're just about to go out and have a look at these town hall quiet, whatever it is. What is it called? What do they call them?
Blowers. Yeah, I think they're called
they're
blowers.
Yeah.
Horn blowers.
They're gonna blast some horns. Should be good. It sounds
Should
great.
be all right. Yeah, should be all right.
Look at Daisy. What are you doing? You're on YouTube.
We've got us heated blanket on because it is cold in here. But we've got us heated blanket plugged in, and next week, hopefully, I've got a bit of a surprise upgrade coming. It's going to keep us lovely and warm.
Sick of being cold. That was really interesting. It was well worth having a look at that. He actually said something about it at the end, but I didn't film that bit because it was like it was sort of repeating what the other guy, the local guy, had said earlier. But what he did say is one night, basically after doing that, what they saw, one of the guys, I think it was in 2011, missed a note, and it said that if they miss a note, then the ghost appears in the window opposite, which was the original mayor, I believe. And he lived in that house, and this guy in 2011 missed a note, and he reckoned that he saw the ghost in the window, and 3 days later an earthquake actually hit Ripon. It measured 3.5 on the Richter scale. And you can actually Google that. So the guy were like, whether that were a coincidence or not, I'll leave it to you, and that's how I kind of ended it. But really cool, interesting thing. So we are going to find a place to park up for the night now. We can't stay here apparently, so we're going to go find a place to park up, and we will catch you next Monday at 8 p.m. And in the meantime, keep writing your own story.